Greetings, this is Nancy Anahita Aurora with Weekend Vibes for Capricorn. How are you guys doing? This is Memorial Day weekend. I hope you guys are having an amazing time with your friends, your family, your loved ones. And yeah, I hope you're feeling well. I hope you're doing well. So let's get right into the cards. I shuffled, I focused, and there was a lot of cards that wanted to talk. So I started pulling from the Black Moon astrology cards to see what cosmic energies are really strongly influencing you Capricorns out there. I got a couple of water sign cards. One is water element. All right, so sensing, and then Pisces, I believe. And I can't help but think about the fact that, we've got Venus transiting Cancer right now, and Moon going into Scorpio. I think a lot of you are really having psychic experiences, or your intuition is more heightened right now. I feel like that's really happening for you, and that's kind of guiding you through some pretty profound healing changes and transformation, as you'll see, that's coming up for you right now. And this is reminding me of Uranus in Taurus, the second house, owning what is valuable to you in this physical incarnation, and I think things that give you comfort, things that feel stable. I feel like that's part of what's working on you right now. And when I felt compelled to look at the bottom of the deck, when I pulled the cards, we also got Earth Element Stability, which is Capricorn. That's all about you guys. So there's that happening. Meanwhile, we also have the South Node, and this is saying life's debts. The South Node is really what the old story we're letting go of. The old situations, the things we've outgrown, and ways of seeing things, ways of seeing ourselves, the types of relationships, types of really anything in our life that we're manifesting. These things are being released, and that's important because that needs to fully be released in order for you to really transition into your North Node, like what you came here to do in this lifetime. So Capricorns, you're really, really working on releasing this old stuff. Your cards for Friday, several popped out of the, I felt drawn to the Thoth Tarot for you. So the Emperor card, it's the 4, it's that stability, that, earthiness of Capricorn, wanting things to be, structured in a certain way, that it helps to make sense of your world. That stuff is really coming up for you, and it's being challenged by this Hanged Man energy. It's really being kind of crucified, ego purification, experiencing the active principle, sort of like an ego death of, the active principle, or, sort of some of the ways that the culture has, the patriarchal culture has, these perceptions about, the masculine and the feminine, and a lot of it's out of alignment, out of integrity, and even so, we've been indoctrinated with this stuff, and we're all needing to release these old ways of perceiving ourselves in our relationships to the masculine and the feminine, and how we are receiving and how we are acting upon and making things happen in our world. So you're really being challenged with how you take action and how you make things happen in your world, and you're really being the whole kind of perception of what is masculine is being challenged and crucified. Yet at the same time, it's bringing a lot of spiritual light. The Ankh is here, it's upside down right now, but it's also bringing in incredible spiritual light that's just about to activate with, this Kundalini activity. And, here we are with, the 4 upside down, and here it is right side up. So, they're very much, a different point of view is really, really required right now for your growth. And I don't think it's going to take a whole long time for you to process and integrate because of this Prince of Swords element. And I feel like you are going to comprehend what that means for you, and fairly quickly. I feel like, you're getting a lot of, psychic downloads with all of that water sign stuff. And I feel like you're also feeling, Capricorn and Mars and Aquarius are transiting, and that's bringing up the traditional masculine roles, and it's also bringing up the divine masculine. So, you guys can be experiencing both, and you can be experiencing, I feel like the green man's really been coming through powerfully, and, a lot of the divine masculine energies are coming through in a really beautiful, supportive way. And so you're downloading that. And so that's probably helping this process of releasing. So yeah, you are the magician. You are downloading this stuff all at the same time. And, third dimensional reality is dissolving. And a lot of the folks that are really following this whole notion of the new earth, and I am one of those folks, we are, we're perceiving that 3D is kind of dissolving and we're moving into 4D, and so time is different, time is moving much faster, so you can be the instrument while, you are going through ego purification and you are downloading stuff. You can have multi-dimensional sorts of experiences that you're integrating all at once. And it's pretty exhausting, I will say, as well. So you need this time to integrate. There is a part of you that's like, whoa, I need this time to integrate. There is also new aspects of your emotional life and emotional clarity that's coming through for you. Emotional vulnerability. So that's also coming in and integrating. I qualified these cards, and I actually got, again, the Emperor, but in this card, you can see the Ankh is upright as opposed to the Hanged Man, and there seems to be a balance between, this is more of a, to me, masculine energy, grounding, the magician, the instrument. This, loop is like the head, bringing all that cosmic consciousness in. These are like the left and right shoulders of masculine and feminine integrated, and then coming down into the 3D body, which we would guess be 4D at some point. And this is the more of like the feminine, the moon, the lunar, the masculine, the god, the solar energies, the lunar energies integrated. And in the throat area here, it kind of looks like the caduceus. And again, this is integrating one's truth and being able to speak it in a balanced way. And it's supported by this red, this kundalini. I feel like, you're experiencing that kundalini Shakti transformation of consciousness. So I feel like all of this is coming at you and grounding. And that's just Friday. So Saturday, we get into Saturday, and you've got the Lover's card, which is, integration of your own twin flame self, your own masculine, feminine. You're already got a lot going on Friday, and it's a continuation of this integration on Saturday. And, again, what is valuable, what do you value in your relationship, and most especially to yourself, and valuing yourself. All of that, those kinds of themes are coming through. And very, very quickly, I feel like lots of sort of guidance from spirit, lots of transformational, and again, this is the Eight of Wands, so this is Kundalini, and, this rainbow, we are the rainbow bridges. Mercury, again, Mercury is the magician. I feel like there's all of this stuff that you're channeling and you're integrating, and that's Saturday. I qualified with this card, and the Knight of Wands, new news, new ways of seeing, hearing, solutions, spiritual guidance, and that could be, through your own guidance or from someone else externally in your world, bringing in spiritual light, new ways of seeing things. Sunday, here's the Magician card again. This theme continues to be activated all weekend long for you. You're really feeling, you're coming into the sense of how you are channeling the divine into your life and how you're manifesting. And that active principle, whether you're male or female, that you really have a sense of connection to the divine and how you are bringing your light into the world in a really beautiful, powerful way. There is, again, this Hanged Man energy, and to me it's just this integration of, seeing things differently. You may periodically feel like, wow, the energy is really slowing me down, or it's speeding up. There's a need to really slow down and ground. The Four of Discs is like really needing to stabilize. It's really needing to kind of, make sense, like sense of things. That's a pun. Okay, so, that it needs to make sense. It needs to be stable, and kind of wanting to hold your ground with what you are understanding and comprehending, because there's a lot going on here. By the time we get to Monday, the Eight of Discs is influencing you, which is more of a balanced unfolding of the fruits of your labor, which I feel for you is really, spiritual, but also bringing it into your physical world, and like how you see things, and how you make sense of things, and how things make sense to you. And the other card that I pulled was the Three of Discs, and I feel, for me, when I look at this, oftentimes it can be three people, but I feel like it's more like mind, body, spirit working together, and you're working really hard on many levels, and I feel like, you could feel really tired because of all of this integration work, because you're working really hard. You could be working really hard in the dream time, as well as integrating in the physical. So, this is quieter. This is quiet, definitely quieter. So I feel like, just kind of being good to yourself, to kind of let this stuff integrate is really, really important for you on Monday, because you've been covering a lot of ground this entire weekend. Okay, for the additional spiritual guidance is, there is a talisman that is calling to you, that you either have, that you haven't worked with well. It could be a crystal that needs to be cleansed, or something new that's coming to you that's really meaningful and powerful. It could actually be the Ankh. I'm actually getting that the Ankh, and of course there's the Ankh, life force healing, and it is a sign of integration, and it is, one of the tools that the Emperor, uses in the Hanged Man to integrate. So wearing an Ankh or working with an Ankh, instead of, a wand for casting a circle of protection, or, to really galvanize life force energy. Whatever that is, there is something for you that's calling to you to either bring into your world to work with, or to reacquaint yourself with, and maybe to bring the new consciousness that you're channeling into that talisman to align with you. And then the final outcome card is Power of Joy, Maitreya, Buddha. And there's that rainbow again. So I just feel like enjoy all of the stuff that's happening. I think these are actually really good signs of your spiritual growth at this time, that I feel you are manifesting, and bringing into your world in very real ways. And I think you're just, hitting your stride. I think you're just getting started here. And this is, we're 2018 is the master number. I think you're starting to access your mastery, and I think this is really good stuff. So Capricorn, I hope you found this helpful. It's my pleasure doing this reading for you. So please like, share, subscribe, and if you want a more personalized reading, be in touch at motherhoodoflight@gmail.com. I'm on Facebook at Anahita Aurora, and you can also find me at Groundings on Facebook and Groundings Tribe. All right, have an amazing rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.